Hey guys, how's it going? That was my 12-year-old that just crashed on the stairs. I hope you guys are doing great. I see so many familiar names. Hi guys, hi Tammy. Oh, thanks Matt, you look great too. I'm sure you do. Hi Ticker, Jeannie Malnati, hi. Hi Pam. Wow, look at all these people. There's lots of new people on there. That's my son who just said ouch, who's logged in. It's so great to see you guys all here. How have you guys been doing for the last couple of days? Tell me a little bit with an emoji. Have you been finding good things in your life? Can you give me a heart? Have you been happy face? Have you been sad face? Hi, Trisha. Hi, Lynn. Hi, guys. This is so fun. And hi to all the new people. Hi, Carmelia. Hi, Jane. Oh, Jane, how are you? It was so nice to meet you earlier this week. Hi, Bianca. Kids are driving you crazy, Matt? Join the club. No, I'm just kidding. Here, my 16-year-old's giving me a dirty look. You're not making me mad at all. I love you, sweetheart. Would you have anything to say back? Thank you. Good, healthy. I'm seeing happy faces, red hearts, people, happy life, dating, roll eyes. Okay, you guys. Oh, this is so fun, you guys. I'm so excited to be here. I'm just giving people a couple minutes to fill up the room. And I don't know if you guys want to join me. I haven't had a glass of wine in a few days because we figured, drinking a glass of wine every day is probably good for your heart, but maybe not every single day. So took a couple days off so I could have a glass of wine or whatever you guys are drinking. Who's drinking wine? Oh, Patrick, you have cabin fever. I hear you, bud. Cold beer, bubble bath, and Bella. Yes, I love that. Oh, you fill up the room too. I hope you guys are drinking sparkling water, tea. This week I started drinking sparkling water with some grape juice in it, and it was amazing. David, you did online speed dating yesterday. Oh my gosh. Tell us. Jeannie, wine and chocolate German cake. Oh my God. Caesars, Carmelia, cheers to you in Canada. Sparkling water, good for you. I've had lots of water. Kombucha, chocolate hemp shake for immunity. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pepsi, yay. Get a little caffeine in there. I hope you guys have been doing good and taking care of yourselves. We'll give people one more minute to get into the room, but I don't know if you guys have been working out on a daily basis. I find that it's one of the things that's giving me happiness, joy, and sanity on a daily basis. I bought an elliptical machine years ago, and I kind of thought last year we would get rid of it, and we have kept it, and it's been a saving grace for me. It's part of my morning routine, and I found lately that a morning routine has been really, really good for me. And if you guys want to talk about morning routines, send me a DM or put it in here about how to set your day off right, because I think I found some great things that are helping me, and I want to help you guys as well. I see this. You met someone through a friend on Duo. Ooh, Pam, I love that. Ginger peach tea, happiness, joy, sanity. Nice combo. So I think that there's a lot of new people on this call. This is probably my 6th or 7th or 8th since Corona broke out. I haven't been doing Instagram lives very often, but I love building this community. I love you guys give me so much joy and you give me so much strength, and I wish I could be sitting in a room with each and every one of you and toasting you and hearing your names and seeing your pretty and handsome faces all together. But for now, I'll take this. So your comments keep me going and your hearts keep me going. I'm glad I'm seeing people are remote teaching, you're working out. So it sounds like people are you guys are all managing, kind of sinking into Corona in a good way, cocooning. Remember, we came up with that on our very first IG Live when I was talking about the feelings of isolation and quarantine, and suddenly it just came to us together. You guys inspired me to the word cocooning, where we're all kind of nesting at home and having this opportunity to reset and really figure out what's important to us. So, somebody just asked a question, what are dating tips during Corona? So it's really interesting that you asked that. And, today as an agenda, I plan to give you a couple of things. I like to talk about a lot of different things, and I'll stay on the call for the hour until Instagram Live kicks me off. But I wanted to talk about a couple of the big mistakes that people make in dating, how to video date, and how we're dating with Corona, because things keep on changing in this world. And then you guys, I can't tell you what rock stars you are. Do you want me to show you the amount of questions? I mean, it is and this is what I could get to. These came through my email. So you guys and I'm so glad you send your questions in, because for every question you were brave and courageous enough to send in, I promise you at least 5 other people have the same questions. So thank you to those of you. I will do my best to get through all of these. If not, I'm going to save them for the next IG Live. So here's what I would tell you about Corona and dating. This is a great time to be dating, guys. Online dating activity is high. Sites are up. Apps are up. I've been talking to my friends at Match, and they own Hinge, and they own Tinder, and they own Match and OkCupid. So they are seeing activity up on all of their sites. So if you guys haven't kind of partaken in the last few weeks, or maybe you've put it on hold, I hope by the end of this live today that I can encourage you to give it a try, to turn the apps back on, start swiping, start messaging with people, because there's a great phenomenon that's happened right now with COVID. Video dating, FaceTime dating, Skype dating, Zoom dating, whatever it is, has really taken off, so much so that Match is actually launching it as a feature in app next Tuesday, which is kind of exciting. So if you're on Match, you'll be able to do that. But, do the FaceTime dates. And I like it because what it's doing, everybody wishes dating would get back to how it used to be, right? Suddenly, guys, we're in this situation where dating is how it used to be, right? We get to just kind of see each other through screens, but we're 3-dimensional. We're moving, we're talking, we can see people's intonations, but, we're not just looking at a photo in 200 words, right? So there's no questions of, do you really look like your photos or not? Are you positive? Because your profile reads positive, but how are you? So this Skype and video dating has been amazing. I did a segment on Good Morning America, which aired this weekend. It's actually in my Instagram feed if you guys haven't looked at it, but it's about a couple that started virtual dating through Skype. And so if you've had a date or two and things are going well, keep doing the FaceTime dating, right? And if somebody ghosts on you with FaceTime dating, who cares, right? It's better than having gotten dressed up to go out to meet someone, spent money on an Uber and a meal, and then they ghost on you. So definitely do the video dates. And a couple of things about video. I've seen a lot of people. I hosted Match's first happy hour. So we did a Zoom with 20 people. And I'm going to ask you guys about your opinion about that. If you'd want to do something like that with our community, and we could, handpick the first 20 people who want to have a glass of wine and actually see each other. But, one of the things that I found is that people really were craving this kind of connection with each other. We could talk to each other through video. But one of the things that I saw, make sure that if you're video dating, and I didn't see this, in my coaching with my clients who are doing these things, but a lot of people have slow internet speeds, or maybe you live in places that don't have great Wi-Fi. Do the best you can to make sure that you have your speeds up. You've got all your other apps shut down. If you have people in your house, make sure that they're not watching Netflix and taking that juice, because that lag is really kind of a bummer for people. And then definitely, zhuzh yourself up. You guys, I washed and blow dried my hair for you and even curled it a little bit. Put on the berry lip. So zhuzh yourself up to go on a date on video. You can do, I think I showed you a couple of Instagram lives ago that there's this baby little ring light that you can get on Amazon. It's like $20. You can clip it to your phone, and always make sure to be well lit on a video on a screen. And this goes for even those of you who are doing Zoom calls for work. This is definitely key. Have your light source in front of you. Right now, I have a ring light, not the baby one, because I do a lot of these. So I actually bought an 18-inch ring light, and it's right in front of me. It's over there. So the light comes into me. Make sure before you do, make sure, I see all these dating over 50 comments. I'll talk about that at the end of this as well. But make sure your light's in front of you. Make sure that if you're sitting right in front of a window, you guys do a light check before you get on. Even when I did the Match Zoom call, the happy hour call, there were people on there that looked like they just flipped their phone on, and I'm not trying to be mean, but, people didn't look like they, really took any time at all to get ready. I think there was one person out of 12 that looked like they were going to a happy hour. And I think that just because you're at home sitting on your couch, don't slide into that mentality of, I don't really need to look good because it's just a FaceTime date. You definitely want to put on something nice, something clean, something a little vibrant, do look like you would if you were going out on a real date. Be well lit, and then have some questions prepared, right? You see me, as much as I do speaking and media, I always have notes with me. Always be prepared. That's when it seems like you're going to be a good dater, because you're going to have good questions. You're going to have good things to talk about. And as you're getting ready to go on your Corona dates, your FaceTime dates, have, if you have questions, like you could say, like, tell me something that you've learned about yourself that you didn't know before being cocooned at home. Like, what are some new things that you've learned? Keep the conversation positive. Don't get gloom and doom about, man, I don't know if they're ever going to get this vaccine. I can't believe how many people are dying. Don't go to the negative stuff. You guys, we are bombarded with the negative stuff. Make sure that you're ready to have a positive conversation. And even if you're talking and your date wants to go down the gloom and doom alley, make sure that you redirect it. Just say, oh my gosh, you know what? I just watched the most amazing series on Netflix. Actually, you guys, I don't know if I told you this on Instagram Lives before. This is my side tangent. I watched 4 Weddings and a Funeral, which is a TV series, not the old movie. It's on Hulu. There's 10 episodes. If you were like me, a romantic at heart, and you like something fun, light, a little comedy, a little drama, 4 Weddings and a Funeral is the thing to watch. I watched The Tiger King with my family this weekend. That was bananas. So, but again, having these kinds of things to be able to talk about. Right now, I see somebody going, Tiger King. Yeah, I kind of wish I could get that 4 hours of my life back after watching Tiger King. But have these kinds of things in mind. Podcasts that you're talking about, or that you're, Leilani, I think you're saying that you love 4 Weddings and a Funeral too. I loved it. You guys, it's amazing. I didn't want it to end. In the morning show also on Apple TV. Amazing. I do a lot of national media morning shows, and this is about a national media morning show. It's an accurate depiction. It's amazing. So have these kinds of positive things to talk about, and your FaceTime dates don't have to be any more than like 20 to 40 minutes, right? That's it. So do the thing. Do the FaceTime dates, and if you're nervous that you'll be weird for asking to FaceTime date, you are not going to be weird, right? Own yourself. I am giving you the steering wheel to your dating life. You are in control. Message with someone, develop a good rapport. Take it to the phone. Talk to them. Hey, how's it going? Make sure that they sound normal, because you want to hear my best tip that our head dating coach, Lindsay, this one, the first time she heard it, it cracked her up, and it still cracks her up, because I said to her, crazy people cannot keep crazy in the closet for more than 10 minutes. Right. I did say that. Crazy people cannot keep crazy in the closet for more than 10 minutes. So have that phone call. Make sure that you're not talking to somebody crazy, right? Then ask for the Skype date. ask for the FaceTime date, ask for the match date, whatever it is, and do it. And I want to hear how these things are going. I know this crazy can't keep crazy in the closet for long. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're talking to someone that's truly bananas, it will come out very quickly during the phone call. And if anybody has red flags, I know we talked about red flags 2 or 3 sessions ago. Anybody that sounds negative, critical, gloom and doom, they're playing the victim on the phone. Do we have to do a FaceTime date with them? No, we can get right off the phone and it's okay to say no. So these are the things that I'm telling you to do. And I'm going to be doing, you guys get a sneak preview first. On Tuesday, Match asked me to do an Instagram live with them because they like what we've been doing here. So they want me to help lead their platform and talking about the new video features they have. So if you want to join in on Tuesday, it's going to run through me as well. So now you know, Tuesday night, put in one, and I might have one of our own on Thursday where we're not with Match, where it's just our cozy little community. Let's see. Did I get through any more questions on Corona dating? I'm gonna take it now to some of the big mistakes that we make in dating. And I'm gonna go through some of those. I'm gonna go through, a bunch of notes that I wrote down that I think will help you guys. And then what I'm gonna do is try and spend as much time on all of these questions. And I'm sure if I scroll up in the comments, you guys, I haven't been reading them because I've been so into giving you all this information. I'm sure there's great questions in here. If I didn't see your question and you want to ping it again, just put it back in the comments, and I'm definitely going to get to it. So, one of the big mistakes that we all make, especially in this time where maybe we're spending a lot of time alone, we feel like we're the last single person on earth. Well, I'm telling you guys right now that there are a lot of you on this call right now. And let me put this into perspective for you, because if you know me, you know my degrees in finance and investments, and I love numbers and I love data. 48% of adults are single in this country. 118 million single adults. So if you feel like you're the last single person on earth, guess what? You are not. And for those of you who have been chiming in about dating over 50, there are 35 million singles over 50 in this country. Okay, so nobody is alone, and there are massive groups, massive numbers of people at every decade. I know some of you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s that are on this IG Live. So there are tons of people. Almost half of Americans are single, so you are not alone. Okay, and they say at any given time, half of all singles are doing some sort of online dating. Okay, and now I'm telling you, dating apps, the numbers are up from an activity standpoint, and 1 in 3 marriages that take place today takes place because of online dating, right? That's a reported number. And frankly, that's an old number. I've been in this business for 10 years already. I started it in 2009. We were supposed to, or 2010, we're supposed to have a 10-year anniversary party. We had to post, we had a date, and now we're going to have to push it out. But in the 10 years that I've been doing this, the 1 in 3 marriages has existed. So I know, my guess is half of all relationships that are happening, and this is just my thumb in the wind, if they're saying 1 in 3, I think it's higher than that lots of people are meeting through online dating. So, so thinking you're the last person on earth and that online dating sucks and nobody else is doing it, I hope I've convinced you of the numbers, the amount of people that are single. 48% of the adult population, 1 in 3 marriages take place because of online dating activity. Typically at this time, guys, peak dating season is between December and February. And then numbers start to go down. Right now, numbers are higher than they are at this time of year because of everybody being at home. So jump on the bandwagon. But when you do, the second mistake that people make now is having this Amazon Prime mentality with the new site or an app that they join. Like, I got on here and I want to start meeting people in 48 hours. If not, that just like Prime will deliver my groceries in 48 hours or 24 hours. But remember, dating is a marathon. Okay? It's not a sprint. It takes patience. It takes positivity. It takes perseverance. So thinking that this should happen really soon. And if it doesn't happen, that there's something wrong with you or that there's something wrong with the process. It's completely flawed. When people train for a marathon, they'll hire a coach and train for 6 to 7 months for a race that could take 4 hours to run. This is finding the lid to your pot, the love of your life. This is supposed to be a journey that takes a long time. You're going to have some speed bumps. You're going to have some times where it's raining men, hallelujah, or raining women, hallelujah. You're going to have times where it's like the Sahara Desert and there's nobody in your inbox, right? These are the ups and downs and the normal vicissitudes of dating, right? And this is just what happens. So somebody's saying, I'm very disappointed with the online pool. By photo, they don't look like my type. What I'm going to tell you guys, don't be so quick to judge someone by a person. Heather, hi, I see you lost track of how many first dates you went on before you found your person. Yay, I'm so happy. Yes, patience, positivity, perseverance. You guys, it might take you 10 dates, 50 dates, 100 dates, 200 dates. It might take kissing some frogs. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to tell you, love is out there for you. Okay. And if you're getting upset, please, can I tell you how to be psychotically optimistic? Yes, that is a great question. I'm going to tell you how to be psychotically optimistic right now. Get your pens and papers out. Okay. Whatever it is you want to do. I want you to stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting the fact that love will come to you and stop doubting the dating process. I want you to write this sentence down, put it posted on your mirror, put it posted on your computer, okay? Because you have to think differently to be different. And to be different, then you're going to act different. I want you to say, love is out there for me. It's a when, it's not an if. I will find it. Love exists for me. It is a when, it's not an if. And all I have to do is date like heck to find this person. Every single day. Write it on your mirror. Write it with lipstick on your mirror if you live by yourself. Put a Post-it note up. I should do an Instagram live from my office and show you all the inspiring things I have taped up all over, the quotes and the mantras that keep me going. That is how you're going to be psychotically optimistic, because I am telling you, love exists for you. And if you want it, it's out there for you. There is a lid to your pot. I promise you, every single person that has truly ingested this, taken this in, embodied it, known it, has found love. And I promise you, you're going to be next, okay? So psychotic optimism, okay? This is what you need to do. And so no more gloom and doom. And if you find yourself getting caught in the old stories, and remember, guys, successful dating, successful anything begins and ends in our minds. And if you find yourself stuck and doing the same thing over and over again, this is a great time to do some introspection and really think about, am I telling myself negative things about myself? Am I saying I'm too old? There are no good men out there. There are no quality women out there. I'm too damaged. I'm too fat. This process sucks. There's all the good people are taken or gay. Whatever it is you're telling yourself, I promise you, or if you're gay, you're telling yourself all the good people are straight that are out there and there's nobody left for you. These are the bad things that are going to keep you stuck. I want you to have nothing but hope springing eternally in your mind. No, just because you're 70, you did not wait too long. Okay, I just did an onboarding session with a gorgeous 70-year-old in Austin, Texas last week. You did not wait too long. She had never been married. She's like, is it too late for me? I'm like, it is never too early and it is never too late. Okay, so this is everything. It's all about how you think about it in your mind. So if you guys, I hope that psychotic optimism, did you guys get it? Because I fire hosed you with it. Love exists for me. It's a when, it's not an if. And all I have to do is date like heck to find this person. And then I too am going to be able to get on Bella's Instagram and tell the people that are listening, you guys, I thought it wouldn't happen for me. And then I found my person. I want you to be able to say that too. Okay. So if you're feeling some psychotic optimism, give me a heart in the comments. Okay. I'm going to go into the next mistake about online dating. Speaking of, I don't want love exists for me. Amen. Give me the hands up. Woohoo! So yes, sister, preach. Give me some amens, some hearts, some hands up in the air. Show me, manifest that psychotic optimism, you guys. It is there. I am seeing some hearts. I am feeling the hearts. I am feeling the love that you guys are putting out there. This is how you're going to find love. I want you to imagine yourself putting these hearts out all day long. Love exists for me. All I have to do is date until I find my person. That's it. Bella said so. Okay, hashtag Bella said so. Love exists for you. Psychotic optimism. So Kevin needs some of our psychotic optimism because he's saying online dating sucks. Let's give him some hearts. Love does exist for you. Okay, so getting back to online dating, you guys, 1 to 2 sites or apps. That's all I want you to do. You don't need to be on 6 to 10 sites or apps. 1 to 2 sites or apps. If you're not on any right now, start with 1. And I know the question that you might be thinking in your mind, Bella, what are the best sites to be on? Guess what? There are lots of great sites. Think about online dating as the biggest cocktail party in the world, and it's a party that you need to be part of. And in that cocktail party, there's rooms named Tinder, there's rooms named Match, there's rooms named Bumble, rooms named Meet Mindful. Whatever your jam, have a 2 to 4 week strategy with a site or an app. Get on there, give it a try, see how it's working. If you like it and you're feeling brave and you feel like you've got some bandwidth, add a second site or an app. But that is it, okay? So somebody's saying, what site is best for 50 but act like 40? Any of the sites. We've had plenty of success with people on Match, with Bumble, with Hinge, with eHarmony, with JDate, with JSwipe. I got an email from a client today. I did a segment on NPR, and he's like, I just heard the last 2 minutes of an interview, and he has been virtually dating 2 women that he met on the Meet Mindful app, and he's 58 years old. So that's what I would say. Our Time or eHarmony? I would say eHarmony over Our Time. And if your Match and Our Time are both Match properties, I would say Match over Our Time. Okay, and then once you get on your 1 to 2 sites or apps, I want you to spend 15 to 30 minutes a day on the sites or the apps. That's it. I don't want you to spend 5 hours. I don't want you to spend 8 hours. 15 minutes in the morning with your coffee or your tea or your Diet Coke, whatever it is that floats your boat in the morning. Maybe it's water. Yes, be open. There are good guys out there. Patience. Yes, Cash Girl. Yes, absolutely. Meet Mindful is a dating app, Lucy. I'm going back and forth from questions that are relevant. It's an app for people that are mindful. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you do yoga. You're introspective. So elitesingles.com. Also a good site. There are so many. You guys, there are over 2,500 registered online dating sites and apps that are out there. So pick one and try it, okay? Don't buy a 6-month membership, even though it's half the price. Just buy a 1 month, right? And a lot of them are free anyways, and especially now. I saw, I have accounts that I use to look at my clients' accounts with them. And through those accounts, we're giving you 50% off. So there's a lot of deals right now going on these sites and apps. So 15 to 30 minutes a day, that's all I want you to spend on this. And you know what? Normally, I say 1 to 2 dates a week in real life. With virtual Skype dating, I'm going to give you all a hall pass. You can do more than that. Heck, if you're spending 15 to 30 minutes a day and you're getting good interest from people, you can have a Skype a day. You can have a FaceTime a day. And if you're going to do your hair and makeup, you might as well stack up 2 of them because they're 30 minutes a piece, right? Why not? So do these, you guys. And when life gets back to whatever the new normal is going to be in a month or 2 months, and if you have all these burgeoning relationships that haven't been hindered by physical chemistry and, hooking up and shacking up too fast, you're going to develop these old school emotional connections. I think love is going to happen in an amazing way this summer and fall. I'm so optimistic about what's going to happen. Big sites and apps are what I like. Niche sites are good too. Like, there's all kinds of, gluten-free singles and vegan singles and all kinds of things, just depending, farmers only, but that's kind of a big app. It's not a small app anymore. Let me talk a little bit about photos. I do a lot of 1 hour, what we call online profile analysis sessions with clients. You can sign up to do this on our website, but you get me or someone from my team, just depending on where you want to opt in. And we're looking at your profile, all of your photos, your text, your search parameters. Like, this is me and you, one-on-one. We're on a Zoom and we're having fun, and I'm reading everything that's on your profile. I'm looking at your messages and giving you helpful suggestions on how you can better market yourself. And guys, what I will tell you, I do these sessions a lot. The person I see on Zoom is usually way more attractive than the person that's in these photographs. You need some new photos. Guys, one of the things I want you to do, maybe in your time, once you've been, FaceTime dating and you're all dressed up, take some new photos of yourself at home, right? You're going to have your little ring light, get some good lighting, change photos, put some lights up, and take some good new photos of yourself. Look at my website, smartdatingacademy.com, in the profile and photo sections. There's so many good examples of before and after photos. And the things I've been seeing lately, guys, I've been doing this for 10 years. People, have great photos. It's so important. There's actually a webinar that I did in just like 8 weeks ago or something. It's called The 10 Biggest Mistakes You're Making in Dating. It's amazing. It's 90 minutes. It's a full PowerPoint deck with before, after, how do you write a profile? How do you write text? How do you write messages? It's actually on my website. You can go to webinars, and I think you can buy a recorded copy of it, but there's tons and tons of information. If you like the stuff I'm saying, go do that, because I can't show you. I thought about it. I don't know how I would show you all the stuff in there. It's on there. It's amazing. And somebody's saying here, please stop putting old photos of themselves when they were young. We want to see them now. Amen. You guys, your photos should be no more than 1 year old. Even when I do these sessions with people, they've got photos that are older than that. Put up photos that look like you today. People want to date the person in the picture, right? That's who they want to date, right? Usually, you know what? Snap a picture of yourself. Every time you're dressed up and you look good, a head to toe shot or a headshot, put it on your dating profile, because here's another little secret. When you change up your photos once a week, the sites and algorithms prioritize you in people's search. Right? This is what they do. They're looking for people that are active on the sites and the app. So change up a photo a week, take a new photo. When COVID's over, come and meet me. Come to Chicago. We'll do your photo shoot in our studio. It is the most fun, and our photos are freaking fantastic. You can see them on the site or download the webinar. It's worth its weight in gold. So pictures, yes, no sunglasses, no other people in your photos. Dress to impress, great lighting, good photography is part art and part science, okay? And your profile text, I don't know what it looks like. Show, don't tell. Tell little one-sentence stories about yourself. Give me something to start a conversation with you about. Don't have negative text in your profile. Do not contact me if you're unemployed, if your photos are old, if you're separated. Don't put anything negative in your profile text. If you put negative out there, negative's going to come back to you. Patrick, great point. Not all headshots. People want to see what you look like from head to toe, right? You guys have seen plenty of pictures of me. You know what I look like from head to toe. But we want to see what you guys look like from head to toe or head to knees. You got to have a good mixture of head shots and body shots, and dress yourself up. Narinder, I know you're trying to get here. Girl, you are going to get to Chicago. We're going to have you here ASAP for your jumpstart and your photo shoot. So cheers to our cocooning phase being over soon, you guys. I'm so excited because I can't wait to meet all of you. Let's see. Profile text. Okay. So I told you I would spend half an hour on questions. So I'm going to do my best to get through all of these questions. But I promise you right now, for those of you who sent your questions in, I'm going to go in random order right now. So hang in there and keep sending your questions to me. And I promise I will answer them all, if not tonight, in future webinars. So let's see. Here's a question. How to keep things going without ever meeting due to lockdown. We just started talking on the phone. Thank you. FaceTime dates. Get on those FaceTime dates, create those connections in 3D versus 2D, right? Phone is two-dimensional. Online profiles are two-dimensional. FaceTime dating is three-dimensional, right? Have chats, but make sure that you're doing FaceTime dates with a lot of people. I don't want you to get too into one person right away. Remember, I want you to have a dating funnel. And I want you to have a dating funnel and date lots and lots of people at the same time. Don't get too caught up in anybody, especially during a time where we're feeling lonely and we're home alone. Don't FaceTime with just one person every single day. You don't want to go too fast and furious. Make sure that you pace it like you would. Normally you'd go on a date, maybe once on a real day with the person in a week, and then I'd let you go out on another date the week after. Maybe 2 FaceTimes with the same person in the same week, but other than that, tamp it down. Have lots of people in your dating funnel, okay? Let's see. This is a really interesting question. What are some good ways to find red flags when you're with a guy who's so freaking nice? So, if a guy or a woman is so freaking nice and they seem really good and they're not so freaking nice, meaning they're too much, too fast, too furious, like they're love bombing you in the beginning and they can't get enough of you and it seems narcissistic in nature where they're just like trying to pound so nice, like you're the object of their affection. But if they just seem really freaking nice, like you're saying, nice and lovely, and they're pacing it slowly and there's no red flags, maybe there are no red flags. Guys, I talk a lot about red flags because people miss red flags, but don't necessarily pretend that you're Sherlock Holmes with the magnifying glass and you're trying to find red flags with someone who may not have any red flags. If somebody seems nice and normal and kind and supportive and they're not angry, negative, critical, too much too soon, maybe you found a good one. Maybe you found a gem, okay? So, there's a lot of questions like this, and I'm going to take this question. This one says, I'm in my early 40s, divorced several years, now ready for a relationship, no luck with match. So remember, guys, yes, I'm seeing a lot about fake profiles and catfishing and things like that. There's probably fake profiles on every site and every app out there. Don't get discouraged by them. Just pass them by. If somebody looks too good to be true or you feel like it's a fake profile, just let it go. Okay? Don't get caught up on the fake profiles. There's way more real good people out there than the fake profiles. Don't look for what's wrong and what's negative and what's fake. Pass them by, bless the fake profile on its way, and go look for some real profiles, okay? So if you're getting all fakes and catfish, maybe there's something wrong with your profile. I'd have to do a deep dive and see, but nobody should be getting all fakes and all catfish. Sometimes that happens in the beginning, but as soon as you weed them out, Lindsay, my head dating coach, goes into people. We launch people with their new profiles and photos, and then she goes in and makes sure everything looks good and finds the fake profiles and the catfish. We're in the weeds with people, you guys. We're helping people by the hand and really making sure we're like your dating angels and ninjas in the process. But yeah, don't get hung up on the fake profiles. Yes, there are some. Everybody gets them. Just move past them. So let's see. Here's a good question. Is talking about sex after a week of messaging and FaceTiming daily too soon? Yeah, it's too soon. If you're talking about having sex or your viewpoints on sex, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by talking about sex. I'm not sure that talking about sex in a week in any venue is a good idea. You guys might know, I have a term that we've coined called sexclusivity. I don't want anybody having sex you can make out and do a lot of stuff in between 0 to exclusivity, but sexclusivity, wait to do that until you're in an exclusive relationship, because as soon as you have sex, to you sweet person who asked this question about having sex, as soon as you have sex and you may not even have an orgasm. But if you do, and for women, we emit these hormones in bigger quantities than men, which is why we're not always great at having casual sex. You are emitting oxytocin, dopamine. You are emitting lots of hormones that make you feel attached, norepinephrine. There are serotonin. Like there's a lot of chemistry that's happening in us when we have sex. Remember, sex and lust is nature and God's way of getting us into attachment and relationship. So you want to make sure that you are waiting to do the deed with someone that really deserves you, that you're emotionally connected to, you don't have any red flags with, because why get chemically attached to somebody that might not be good for you? So that's my advice to you, that it is too soon to be talking about sex. Can I serenade you guys? Let's talk about sex, baby. I'm a child of the 90s, right? So, throat was a little dry. Let's see. Well, here's a question from someone. Where to meet people that is not online? Well, right now, unless you're going to go to the grocery store with your N95 mask on and your gloves on, you ain't going to meet people anywhere. Although there are really cute stories of, people seeing each other on rooftops from across the way. And then, a guy has a drone and he sends it over with his note, with his phone number on a Post-it note. By and large, let's assume that that's not going to happen right now. So, online, but the other ways to meet people when we're not in the middle of cocooning for Corona. I love that. David, yes. Volunteering. When we are giving, we are incredibly attractive, right? Volunteering is an amazing way to meet people. Join meetup groups. Do these online happy hours. Hell, maybe I'll do an online happy hour in the next 2 weeks for you guys on Zoom. And you never know who and how you're going to meet somebody. Speed dating. You can be outside. You can join running groups, wine tasting groups, whatever it is, getting set up by people. We're going to do a webinar in a couple of weeks, an official webinar called Dating After 50. I told you guys I was going to say this, and we're going to put a really great tool in there that we've created for how you can leverage yourself into good setup dates by people. So more to come on that. I'm working on that right now. But getting set up and meeting people in real life. And y'all, when you get back out there, when we're not wearing masks, I want you to do something. When you're outside and out and about, when you're in the grocery store, wherever you are, look people in the eye and smile when you see them. Don't be on your phone. Don't be having phone conversations. Okay, look in people's eyes and say hi and smile when you're walking down the street, and don't tell me, I don't want any creeps to stop. You know what? You're already putting negative energy out there. Look up, put that beautiful smile on your face and smile at people. Guys do the same. Women do the same. Be nice to people. Be what I call socially generous. Look up, make eye contact, smile. If you see something you like about somebody that's not physical, like, hey, I love your body, that's creepy. But if you love somebody's lipstick, if you love their shoes, tell them, like, those are awesome kicks. Where did you get those? I love them, right? Give someone a compliment. We need some more love in the world. Look up, say hi. It takes practice. Yes, it does take practice, right? But we need to get back to this. We need to get back to humanity, right? We're getting reset right now. Look at people, smile at people. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of rejection. If you look at someone and you smile at them and they don't smile back, they probably didn't even know that you were smiling at them, right? They didn't know that you were saying hi to them. Put good love into the world. It's being socially generous, right? It makes the world a better place when you are the one that is saying hi first and being the socially generous person at the gym, wherever you are, at the grocery store. Be nice, smile, be helpful. Good energy will come back to you. I promise. Okay, page 2 out of 5 for the questions. Can you guys believe this? Okay, be friendly. Practice on anyone. I love that. Love that. Let's see. Good question. Should you discuss religion before you meet face to face? Love that question. So on a lot of sites and apps, you can state what religion you are. And if it's important to you, absolutely put it in there. And if religion and being with someone that practices your same organized faith is very important to you, write it in your profile so that people are sure. And then when you have a FaceTime date, you can ask the question like, so, how much, like, are you religious? Like, do you practice religion? You can absolutely ask those questions on FaceTime dates, especially after you've done a couple of them. It's not too early. And if it's really important to you, you can ask the question when you're messaging with somebody. If it's very important to you that somebody practice the same faith, by all means, God is a big deal for people. And if your practice is really important to you and that person needs to share your faith, then by all means, put it out there. So, oh, thank you. Someone says they love my bee earrings. I know I have the birds and the bees and flowers. I wanted to be a little springy for you guys today. It is April, right? Next question. Should you reveal things about yourself in your profile that could be someone's deal breakers? What a great question. Y'all, here's what I have to say. If we're not someone's flavor, then we're not someone's flavor, and that is just fine. But remember, people need to earn your story. They don't get it up front. All of you on this call, on this Instagram Live, you probably have a story. You've had some speed bumps in your life. You've had trauma. You've had heartbreak. You've had loss, right? And at the end of the day, maybe you're a cancer survivor. You have MS, whatever it is, that is your story to tell if and when you want to tell that story. And you certainly don't have to tell it in your profile. It's really up to you. I tend to say focus on the positives in your online profile versus putting your deal breakery things in there first. Here's the way I look at an online profile. And this is kind of a funny / kind of gross analogy, but it resonates with my clients. Like when you're thinking about writing a profile or dating, you want to think about like having been on a 3-week vacation to a really hot, sweaty place. And maybe you haven't been able to do laundry, but now you have to pack your suitcase to get home, right? So you're going to have the nasty, gross, icky stuff that you're going to shove it to the bottom of your suitcase and hope that like TSA or if anybody's going to search your bags, they don't go down that far and you're going to put that stuff at the bottom, because we all have that stuff at the end of the day, right? After 3 weeks in a sweaty country. And you're going to put the nicer things on the top, right? To hope that they're going to look at your bag and go, okay, that looks fine. Pass that bag on. That's the same way we date, right? We're going to put the nicer things on top, and that's okay, because people need to earn that dirty laundry at the bottom. They don't get it just for asking. They certainly don't get it because you're writing 200 words in your profile, okay? So this is absolutely, I'm glad that the suitcase analogy is resonating. This is exactly how I want you guys to think about dating. You put the pretty kind of stuff you didn't wear at the top, and you put your best foot forward in dating first. And then as you get to know this person, as you build intimacy, as you build trust, as you build a connection, then you can start to divulge little things, right, about yourself, because people need to earn your story. Yes, Lucy, in your profile, you can say things like, I love people that know how to have a good conversation. Absolutely. I'm guessing that maybe you're dating people that don't know how to have a good conversation, or they talk the whole time and you don't get a chance to talk at all. So yes, absolutely. It's okay to say that, but be positive in your profile overall. You don't need to put your deep, dark secrets in your profile. So good, guys. I'm glad this resonated for you. Remember, the dirty, icky stuff goes into the corners of the suitcase, the nicer stuff on top, and then we unpack it slowly. Okay. Let's see. Well, here's a good question. How do you get a guy more into you than you are into him? I don't know that you can get a guy to be more into you than you are into him. It's a natural dynamic. And I always say I want you to be with someone, and this goes for all of you men and women on this call. I want you to be with someone who likes you just a little bit more than you like them. I like them to be 51% and you're 49%. And the way you're going to know this is by the way that they treat you, right? Are they going to be kind? Are they thoughtful? Are they encouraging and supportive? Does it feel like you're with someone where you feel safe, where it feels easy? These are people that are really into you. They walk their walk. They talk their talk. They call when they say they're going to call. They do what they say they're going to do. They don't flake, right? This is someone who is really into you. And sometimes, you know, ladies and gentlemen, if we have bad dating patterns and we've been with narcissists and avoidance and we find a lot of people boring, that's a red flag that you might have a dating pattern. If you find a lot of people boring, it may mean that you're looking for someone who is dysfunctional to activate your nervous system, to make you feel that anxiety, because you're misinterpreting that anxiety for excitement, right? So look for someone who takes the knot out of your stomach, who makes it fun and easy, where it feels like it's not a lot of work. And that's when you know someone is really into you. They're putting in the work and it doesn't even seem like work. It's just a natural dance. You're not dancing really hard and they're just standing there, and they're not dancing really hard and you're just standing there, but it's kind of, you guys are tangoing equally. You know what I mean? Good. I'm glad everybody's saying that's what I want. That's what I want. No more narcissists. Great advice. Thank you. Yes, no more narcissists. And I know nobody on this call is a narcissist, because narcissists would be like, I don't have any dating stuff. You guys have dating problems, not me. So they're never looking to learn and self-improve, right? Because they're perfect. So anyway, just my narcissist humor for the night. Let's see. Okay, this question came in two parts. In a dating app conversation, when someone responds with a statement but no question, I assume they aren't interested in conversation and disengage. True or false? Great question. So for those of you, if I said it too fast, if you're in a conversation with someone online and you're being great and asking questions and trying to engage the person, and they just said yes, no, and they answer your question and they're not being very engaging, give them one or two tries. But if they're not being engaging, drop them. Yeah, they're not interested. Who knows? People are on dating apps sometimes for their own crazy reasons. They want pen pals, whatever it is, or you caught them on a bad day. That is not your problem. I want you to be with someone who likes you just a little bit more. And is someone who likes you a little bit more going to disengage conversation and be hard to make conversation with? No, they're not. They're going to be easy to make conversation with. Absolutely. Let's see. Here's a good, all these questions are good. I keep saying here's a good question because you guys ask the best questions. You are well trained in dating. Here at the start, what should initiating look like? 50-50? Yeah, it should look 50-50. I think that there's so much information out there. There's about 248,000 dating books out there. And a lot of the books are filled with nonsense and filled with information by people who thought they wanted to write a dating book. And they'll say, ladies, you need to do nothing and sit on your hands, and the man needs to do everything, right? I think that's totally bogus. We are 21st century women. We have the steering wheels of our lives and we have the steering wheels of our dating lives. So it can be 50-50. If he initiates the first date and the second date, you can initiate the third date, right? You can pay half. You can pick up the check if he's picked. It's fine to have a cadence that's like that. You know, I had a client years ago who went on a date with a guy, and she actually wanted to introduce me to a friend of hers who was married. So the three of us went out for a drink. And my client, let's call her T, T said, you guys, I went on this date, and she was mainly addressing me, not her married friend. And she said, Bella, I went on a date with the guy, and he was so nice and lovely, and he hit all of my high GHQs, her high and good husband list checklist. That's what we help people do. And she said, but he let me split the bill on our first date. Do you think he doesn't like me? And her friend, the married person, was like, oh, drop him. He didn't pay. He doesn't like you. And she looked at me and she says, what do you think? I said, did he ask you out again? She said, yeah. I said, go out with him again. And she went out with him again and again and again. And they are now engaged and they live in Colorado. And I've had dinner with them. And His daughter babysat for my kids when they were young. The loveliest human being you could imagine. He was a single engineer, and his daughter wanted to go to NYU, which is a really expensive school. So he was doing his best to be able, on his single engineer salary, to send his daughter to NYU. And she could not be happier. So, hi, Taylor, the earrings. I love seeing all you guys on here. So yeah, don't judge a book too quickly, guys. There's no right or wrong. It should feel right, but 50-50 is just fine. It is a great story, isn't it? And they are so, so happy. I love stories like that. So I know that I still have oodles of questions. So if you guys want another Instagram Live next week, it's not going to be the one Tuesday with Match, but it'll be my own Instagram Live because I think they're kind of more fun when we just do it with our community. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want to do more of these next week. I told you I was going to make the announcement about Dating After 50, the webinar. It's going to, if you guys haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, go to smartdatingacademy.com, get your name in my database. We're going to do dating over 50 in the world of Corona and after. It's going to be a 90-minute webinar. You can buy your seat. It's going to be amazing. Oh my God, you guys want me to do more Instagram Lives? I love you guys. You guys, these give me joy and happiness. You guys are amazing. Every single one of you are going to find love. Do you hear me? I want you to message me and tell me that you wrote your psychotically optimistic mantra in lipstick on your mirror. Love is coming to me. It's a when, it's not an if. Put your post-it up. Put that note up. Write it on a piece of paper. Put it up where you see it every day. Put it in your bathroom. Put it on your refrigerator. You guys, love is coming to you. I promise it will. Do you believe me? I know you believe me. I know you believe me because I know, do you know how many people I have helped find love, you guys? Thousands of people in the last decade. I promise the lid to your pot is out there. I am psychotically optimistic for you. I'm going to make myself cry if I'm making you cry because I go to a lot of weddings and I know I'm going to come to all of your damn weddings. You better invite me. So Instagram might throw me off. I love you guys. Make sure you go to smartdatingacademy.com, sign up for the newsletter. If you haven't, you get the Dating Over 50 and all the cool stuff. We send out recasts of these IG Lives through our newsletter as well. So make sure you're signed up. I love you guys. This was so fun. Thank you so much. God, these notes that you guys are sending, you guys, I love all of you. You guys are amazing too. You're all the best. I hope you guys are cocooning. Maybe let's put a bookmark in it and say we're going to do our own IG Live next Thursday at 7 p.m. Send me your notes. Tell me what topics. Send me your questions. You know I'm here for you. I want to give to you guys in every way and let you know that love is out there for you. I love you. We should post love is when, not an if. Put your psychotic optimistic notes up there, you guys. And I want you to send me pictures of them in your DMs, okay? I love you. You guys are the best. Sending you huge love. I know you never met anyone like me. I love all of you. You guys, cheers to you. I'm going to take a sip of my wine because you guys made this the best hour of my day. Frankly, the best hour of my week. So we'll do more. Mwah. Have a great night. Good night.